part of our Turning Point USA family, but I want you guys all to see the Medal of Freedom and be able to look at it in the back of it. You guys are all part of the legacy. And then on the back, it's the first and last time I'll put a cross on it. Yeah, you guys I literally will stand here so all of you guys like I'm not, I don't care. Everyone can have their moment and see. Yeah, where's that?
Thank you.
One picture made millions stop and ask a question. A woman standing tall, holding a medal, smiling just days after a public meeting. It did not look like what most of us picture when someone loses a partner suddenly. Instead of a broken voice or tear tracks, she looked steady and focused. That tiny scene spread fast because it felt out of place. People rewound the clip, shared it, and asked, is this strength, shock, denial, or something else? Look closely at the small details. How she holds the medal when the smile comes, and how she shifts from talking about her husband to talking about plans. Those little moments are what pulled millions into a long debate. A single frame became the first clue people used to form a full story, and that made everyone watch more clips and listen for every sign. The basic story is short and shocking. A public event, a loud shot, and a known leader is killed in front of a crowd. After that, small facts stuck in people's minds because they did not add up neatly. An older man acted strange at the scene and drew attention. A 21-year-old was arrested and said he used a rifle linked to a relative. People looked at video and maps and asked, how could someone get up on a roof, make a shot, and leave without being noticed? Why did some witnesses describe odd things? When a death hits a public stage, every unclear bit becomes big. Gaps in the story let rumors grow. People started to wonder if the official version told the whole truth. Those doubts made every new clip and every public statement weigh heavier. It stopped being only about and began to be about how the public story was being shaped. That change made viewers look hard at what the widow did next. She went to the group's headquarters and spoke to staff and cameras. She lifted the medal so people could see it and thanked those who stayed. She used words like blessed and excited, and she talked about projects down the pipeline. Those are the words you might hear at a company meeting. For supporters, it read as someone stepping up to keep things running. For others, it felt wrong so soon. Small details made the scene stick. She did not hide the medal. She showed it. Her voice moved from quiet memories to firm talks about plans. At times she smiled in a way that touched her eyes, an expression some experts call a real smile. At other points, her posture tightened and her voice sharpened as she promised consistency and that the work would go on. That switch from remembering to managing felt sudden for many viewers. The place mattered. This was a public stage, not a family room. There were cameras and staff, and it looked like a planned message. Some said the setting explained the control. Leaders often need to steady others. Others said the setting suggested a crafted appearance meant to shape how people saw the event. Once the clip spread, people argued online. Each replay added new claims and new doubts. The one short scene became a test for two big stories about who she was and what she meant to the movement. People who watch faces and gestures closely gave different takes, and those differences made the debate louder. Some experts said her behavior showed real feeling. They pointed to a full smile that reached her eyes, a softening of the face when she spoke of her husband, and small changes in voice that matched memory. To these experts, she was showing sorrow mixed with purpose, grief that coexisted with a desire to protect the work he started. Other experts disagreed. They saw moments that did not match what most people expect after a sudden death. They pointed to lines about tweeting as the deceased, and to steady talk about projects, which they called tone deaf. They noticed crying moments with no tear tracks and gestures that seemed timed with music or stage cues. To them, parts of the presentation looked rehearsed and public, not private and raw. Why did experts split? For several reasons. Reading body language is not a hard science. Experts weigh groups of signs and make best guess judgments. The same smile can mean relief, resolve, or gratitude depending on the moment before it and the company in the room. Event lighting, music, and camera angles change how emotions show up on video. And people grieve in many ways. Some show sorrow plainly, others hold it tight while they act. Those differences let professionals come to different views, and that gave each side a chance to claim expert support. Once the medal and smile clip hit social media, a short phrase spread fast: "Happy widow." The label stuck because it was simple to say and easy to share. Short videos and screenshots focused on her smile and upbeat words, and that form of editing made the same point in seconds. This does not look like real grief. People scrolling could form a strong idea in a quick glance. Creators then zoomed in. They slowed clips, froze frames, and pointed to tiny things. No tear streaks, the timing of a smile, a hand to the face that matched music. Those small details, when shown one after another, felt like proof to many viewers too many odd bits to be random. Side-by-side comparisons with other public grief moments made the contrast clear. Others looked broken, while she looked almost businesslike. Short, punchy edits drew the most views. Longer explanations that offered context about duty, shock, or event staging rarely reached as many people. Outrage spreads faster than nuance online, so the happy widow frame moved ahead quickly. Each repost that agreed with the frame felt like added proof to those who saw it. That made it harder for calm, fuller views to get the same attention. Defenders used the same tools to push another view. They posted longer clips that showed quieter moments, prayer, and clear efforts to keep staff and programs running. Those posts slowed the rush for some viewers, but they did not often go viral in the same way. When a label takes hold on social media, it frames how new clips get read. A later smile looks rehearsed, a steady voice looks cold, a plan sounds like a stunt. That is the power and the danger of online frames. She spoke in public about keeping his voice alive and keeping the movement steady. Those words split listeners. Some heard stewardship, a person who wanted to protect staff, preserve a mission, and give followers a steady hand in a hard time. Others heard brand talk, someone focused on platform, followers, and the work as an asset to keep running. Certain phrases caused more reaction, saying she was excited or talking about projects down the pipeline so soon after felt unsettling to many. Promising to keep tweeting as him struck a special nerve. Some people saw that as honoring memory, while others called it creepy and disrespectful. Those words fed the view that priorities might be tied to public image and money rather than private grief. At the same time, there is a side that sees duty. Big groups have employees, events, and bills. A leader who disappears without a plan could leave many people in trouble. For supporters, stepping in right away can be the right thing to do, even if it looks odd to outsiders. That split between seeing action as duty or as PR kept people arguing. When a public death hits the news, the story does not stay small. Pieces of evidence get picked apart, and online viewers turn small clips into proof for...
Come on, because this is not going to be a forever thing of me being on hosting the show. Was because I gave assurance to people that Turning Point USA is continuing, and it is. I mean, we are so blessed to have more work than we even could ever dream of. I mean, it's
She seems really upbeat, really happy. Only days after her husband. That looks like smiles. That looks like laughing and happiness and joy.
Strange behavior at the scene, unclear ballistics, odd weapon details gave space for suspicion. In that fog, how a widow acts in public becomes part of the puzzle.
So many people noticed this. Erica was laughing right after her husband. Now, I'm not saying she's celebrating. I'm saying it's weird.
People who watch the public stage for signs of staging often expect to see careful messaging. Organizers want calm and control, so followers do not panic. Opponents look for any sign of orchestration.
Human reaction tells stories. And this one, it doesn't match the script. Maybe it's nerves, maybe it's shock, maybe it's pure disconnect. But honestly, this made a whole lot of us pause. Guys, here's what gets me.
The result is a cycle. Small oddities feed suspicion. Suspicion drives more sharing, and sharing draws more scrutiny. What starts as a private act of grief becomes a public test of character. In this kind of climate, video clips do double duty. They show an event, and they become evidence in a larger argument. That makes it harder to separate what a person truly feels from what was planned for cameras.
She's since done interviews, speeches, smiling, brand building, and that small moment is still burned into people's minds because it matters. The visuals, they matter. If you lose something and the first public thing that we see looks more like joy than anguish, people remember that. So, Tell me, was it nerves? Was it PR? Or was it something more? You tell me. I'm just saying.
It also means that a surviving spouse's every move can be seen as a sign, and viewers quickly decide what that sign means. There are simple, real reasons someone might not look like what we expect in the first days after trauma. Shock can make people calm and steady on the outside. A sense of duty to staff and followers can push someone to speak up. Years of stress can leave a person empty of tears in public. Event producers can shape a scene with music, lighting, and timing. Any one of these things can make a person appear composed when they are hurting inside. Short clips do not capture the private moments, the phone calls, the late-night crying, the breakdowns away from cameras. A single video frame cannot show the whole interior life. That is why it is risky to draw a full moral judgment from a few seconds of footage. The human heart is messy. Grief can look many ways. At the same time, those same short clips do show real things. Words spoken, gestures made, and promises given. Those are fair to examine. The mature path is to hold both truths. Short clips are not the whole story, but they are not nothing either. Look for patterns, not single frames. Wait to see how behavior holds up over weeks and months. Certain details kept coming up for many viewers. The medal being shown openly, the voice shifting quickly to plans, the lack of visible tear streaks in some crying moments, and gestures that match music were the most noted items. When these things piled up, they produced a strong impression of performance for many people. Yet other signs pointed the opposite way. Genuine smiles when speaking about purpose, moments of soft voice when recalling memories, and focused eye contact when promising consistency suggested sincerity and resolve. Those positive signs convinced other viewers that she was dealing with grief while stepping up to lead. The mix of both kinds of signs left the public unsure. People tended to pick the pattern that matched their own instincts. Supporters saw duty. Skeptics saw performance. Both views used real details to make their point. The difference was in how each person added those details together. If you want to form a fair view, watch over time. One clip can shock, but many clips in the weeks and months that follow show patterns. Does the person act the same way again and again? Do they keep promises? Do private statements match public posture? Those longer patterns tell a truer story than a single viral edit. Also separate public speech from private life. Leading an organization is not the same as grieving at home. We should hold both views. A person can grieve and still have to lead. Ask whether words and actions match over time. Seek facting itself rather than letting speculation fill the gaps. Finally, be careful about online frames. Labels like happy widow, travel fast, and shape how we see other clips. If you want to be fair, pause when the label arrives. Look for fuller clips and direct evidence. Keep your judgment open until more facts appear.